Turn on the power inside of you to change your life. A centuries-old technique, known as seed retention, enables you to channel your body's life force energy into any part of your life. But not everyone can grasp the ability to hold on to their seed. You must first endure the mental anguish of resisting your cravings in order to master the art of keeping seed. But as they say, no pain, no gain. You must first become a master of your thoughts. Beyond the advantages of seed preservation for the mind, which you may already be aware of, let's talk about how maintaining your seed makes you a stronger combatant. To enhance testosterone levels before fights, the majority of fighters refrain from hitting their meat. However, how does this help a non-fighting average seed retainer? You may have noticed that a man always wants to sleep as soon as he sheds his seed. However, sleeping during a battle would be his last preference. According to Bruce Lee, he is not uptight. Rather, he has a fast, relaxed mind, and his body serves as a vehicle for this mind. Mike Tyson asserts that the majority of fighters are knocked out even before they enter the ring. This also applies to turning off your brain before battles. Always remember that seed retention makes you physically powerful, enables your mind to become hypercharged, and gives you a superior feeling. Many gods and creatures from Hindu mythology practiced brahmacharya. As long as one doesn't spill, they can manage their impulses like a king in a palace full of women. And they were powerful enough to face death on the day they wanted to. Simply said, maintaining your seed is a means of enhancing your human soul. But it's not an illustration of selflessness. A man must beat his meat 10 times a day to be considered selfless. The greatest approach to activate your alpha mode is to incorporate weightlifting, proper diet, and seed retention into your everyday routine. Of course, there are more habits, such as meditation and others. The fountain of youth is the most potent component of the male body. In your late 20s, seed production levels start to decline. At that point, people begin to develop debilitating health issues. One way to approach death is through losing seed. Death is a slow process. You pass away every day before finally disappearing from the planet, having accomplished nothing for the sake of fleeting pleasure. When you realize that it has taken control of your life, you stop. When there are numerous things available to lift your spirits when you're down, but your mind is only interested in those, you should stop. You begin putting things off, you get disorganized, and you start to doubt yourself. If you do notice these signs, yes, you must practice seed retention. This is the most potent energy and can be used in any way. People have even ruined their reputations and names for a brief moment of pleasure before realizing the harm they have done to themselves. Successful people like Napoleon Hill have said that intercourse is the act of changing one's thoughts from impure expressions to thoughts of other kinds. The strongest human want is romantic love. Man acquires keen imagination, fortitude, willpower, persistence, and creative skill. When propelled by this passion, you may use the same energy to build wealth, succeed in your career, and perform well in school. In general, it takes a lot of blood and white blood cells to make seed, and when you ejaculate too much, you lose vital fluids and a lot of blood. Girls lose blood every month for 4 to 5 days, and if you lose more blood than a girl, you will weaken, and girls can sense it. Who can protect them, and has a full tank? If you waste too much seed, you will not be respected by them, and will be ignored by them. Ejaculating is perfectly normal and satisfies a physical demand. However, one must be extremely cautious to avoid becoming dependent on it. Dopamine hormones, sometimes known as happy hormones, are well known. It gets to the point where you start developing a strong urge to masturbate to feel happy or delighted. When you masturbate frequently, since your mind recognizes that behavior and produces dopamine to make you happy, it begins to manipulate your thoughts at this point. Seed retention is quite effective. It enhances spirituality, as well as mental and physical wellness. Many people think that seed preservation enhances emotional wellness and helps divert erotic energies to other aspects of life. All that sensual tension and desire will be transformed into ways to enhance your life, Like starting a business. Up until the age of 25, the majority of people in ancient times engaged in brahmacharya. They don't start ejaculating till they are 25, because it was a part of their lives. Those who followed brahmacharya in the past already possess a pool of strength and were able to reap its benefits. They already possess all the advantages, and they work diligently at all tasks. You will find it simpler to defend your family and stand up for what is right if you have this energy stashed up. Most men experience bullying at work or school because they never engage in retention exercises. They consequently become vulnerable to attack and mocking by other guys and weak. However, if he persists, he will grow so strong that no one would dare to harm him, not even mentally. Your objective should be to develop into a modern warrior who is powerful on the inside and out. Extremism has two distinct sides. Two men, one weak and a worshipper of women, who simply detest conversing with women. In order to avoid losing your seed, eat healthily, lift weights to increase testosterone, develop courage, and enjoy divine female companionship. There is now solid scientific proof that daily ejaculating is bad. A study on rodents revealed that hormone release was unbalanced after repeated ejaculation had interrupted their circadian cycles for 2 to 3 weeks. Your brain releases feel-good endorphins after ejaculation that are identical to those made after using drugs or tobacco. Ejaculatory addiction may result from this. During intercourse with a female, the male body is designed to discharge seed. When this occurs while masturbating, the body eventually begins to believe that his reproduction process has been completed. Consequently, fewer pheromones are released to lure in partners, and testosterone levels drop. After a balanced diet and seed retention, you'll discover that your testosterone levels and sensitivity are stronger and that 99 of the males on the street are weaker than you. These differences would be seen in plus-sized ladies. By the way, it's important to point out that, unless you've chosen the monk mode road, denying all pleasure and delight to women might not be the best course of action. Just consider it. We are one of the planet's 7 billion people. How did we arrive here by magic? No, we arrived here by striking our cheeks. It is necessary for the body. Now, we're not discussing hookups or short-term relationships. Only pursue chastity up until marriage if you haven't lived in complete monk mode your entire life. Save this energy for when it's appropriate. The hormone that preserves masculinity is testosterone. Less of its release results in lower levels of intelligence, assertiveness, beard development, and even irregular heartbeat. After all, the production of seed results from the testis' ongoing use of several proteins and DNA. The seed that has this DNA is just as crucial as your unborn child. Pouring it out can result in lower blood sugar levels, which can lead to fatigue and weakness. Having intercourse is vital to the body. As long as hookups and toxic relationships are avoided, it revitalizes the body and mind. However, most animal intercourse is performed purely for pleasure and is not intended to result in pregnancy. If a guy is attacked, his only option for self-defense is to attack back. Therefore, when the retainer uses violence to defend himself, it becomes golden. A man should have the inner nerve to be able to kill an opponent, just like your body has antigens to kill viruses. Because they taught too much weakness rather than becoming true fighters, some Tibetan monks were recently slain. The goal is to become a modern warrior, to be strong physically and mentally, and pity on those who take the path of the weak men, or simply worship women, hate women, or never talk to women, and hate themselves for dreaming about women or relapsing. If you want more videos like this, be sure to hit subscribe and take a look at the other videos on the channel. And with that said, thank you for watching. Don't forget to show some love by hitting the like icon. See you in the next video.